Welcome to this short video on how to use the technology for the presentations. Um, we hope to use Zoom, and you're going to need to gain access to Zoom, and I'm going to tell you how to do that, and I've also posted some information for you. If for some reason Zoom is not working the day of your presentation, then we'll use Blackboard Collaborate. I hope we can use Zoom because it's a lot easier for you to screen share. Because depending on your computer, sometimes it doesn't want to share the screen in the way that you want it to when we're in Blackboard Collaborate. So I am working on a document that I will post, and this is, the beginnings of that document. Zoom is an app that can be used for meetings, and it is free. I would never have you get anything that would cost you money. You will sign up at the website, and there's information about exactly how to do that in this video, this YouTube video, Zoom for Dummies. Okay. Now, I will also be sending you a link that'll take you directly to that scheduled meeting. All right. Now, there's this first video that's Zoom for Dummies, and there are specific things it talks about in reference to iPhones, iPads, MacBooks. But it's for everyone, okay? But there are sometimes certain things that may be a default setting on your phone or your tablet or your MacBook that might need to be addressed before you try to present. And this second video is a funny little video by a guy about how to join a Zoom meeting for the first time. It's worth watching as well, just to kind of give you some of the concepts. So when you think about Zoom or you think about Blackboard Collaborate, either one, these are places that people can meet virtually, and they can talk, they can have a meeting, they can do a presentation. You're able to share your screen so that people can see what's on your screen, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Now, I have said you will get an invitation from me. This one is actually for a practice meeting for presentations. So you see there's a HUMA practice for presentations. This is inside my Zoom, okay? So if you wanted to get into Zoom and practice, you could use this link to join that actual meeting. You also see a meeting ID and a passcode, okay? So if you have to put this information in, that's what you will use. Now, for the actual, go back. So this one is just for practice, so that if you and your group want to, or you alone want to go into this and practice, these starting Monday, these are all the presentation times, okay? So when it's your time to present, if you're presenting on Monday, you'll go to your exact meeting time that you've been assigned, okay? And again, you will receive an invitation as well from me. So let's say that we wanted to go into this HUMA practice for presentations. I would click on that one. I would click start, or, join. Now mine says start because I'm the one that instituted the meeting. But when you get into Zoom, this is how it looks, okay? Now, you want to make sure. Right now, you can see there's just one participant because it's just me, okay? You can start the video, all right? You can, when you start the video, you're going to see, yourself. I'm going to stop the video because that's not something I wanted to see today. Something else I want to show you is the share screen function. Okay. So you can actually share your desktop screen. All right. So now I can see my screen. All right. It tells me I'm screen sharing. If I also want to have, and in fact, I want you, when you're presenting, I want you to have your video on so I can see you. Okay. So if there are multiple people in this session, all of us will have our video on. All right. So we'll be able to see little tiles that have our pictures. Okay. Or have us. Um, if you want to change what you're sharing to a different, to something different, you can do that as well. You could write on the whiteboard. You could do all those. But I'm pretty sure we're going to keep this pretty simple. Now, let's go to this concept of here's my Google Drive. I've opened it and I want to share my presentation. Okay. So here you can actually see the presentation on screen. Now, this may be your first time to use the presentation, do a presentation using Google Slides. Well, you can actually view, okay, and you can present. Now, it might click through your slides faster than you want it to, or you can go down here and you can select your next slide that you want, or hit this button, okay? I would click this. If you click this, it's going to play your presentation, which means it may go way faster than you wanted it to, okay? Now, if you've got any kind of video embedded, you can just click on it. It's going to go straight to that video. And you can actually, move your screen around, skip that ad, and there you're going to see the video clip. Okay. Now, if you have a video clip, it should not be, you've got a 5 to 7 minute presentation. It shouldn't be longer than a couple minutes. Okay. Because you don't want to eat up most of your presentation time with other people's videos. All right. Now, let me go back to X out of that. I can go to my next slide, talk about it, next slide, okay, and get through, your whole presentation. All right. Now, I'm going to stop sharing that. It's really not hard, okay? And hopefully I have set everything up in such a way that it will be easier for you. Now, here's what I want you to remember, all right? I think that it should work better if just one of you is if you've got a group of 3, if just one of you has it pulled up, the rest of you should be able to see it because that person is sharing his or her screen. So instead of us trying to toggle back and forth from one person to another, have the video, have the presentation up on the screen. You will have your video on so we can see each of you. And what you can do is when you get maybe one of you has the first 3 slides, okay? So you talk, and then when the 4th slide comes up, you talk, and the person who has the presentation pulled up will click through those slides for you. You may need to tell them change slide or whatever, okay? I don't want you to be afraid. This is not about putting fear in you. I'm not expecting perfection, okay? I want you to have this experience of presenting, and I want you to get used to talking in front of other people. So stress less about the technology, stress more about the content of your presentation, because that's where the majority of those points are coming from, is the content of your presentation. So be looking for this document that I will be, sending you a message that I have posted and where I have posted it. Watch these videos, get your Zoom set up. On Sunday night, probably, or the wee hours of Monday morning, I will send out invitations to all of those people that are presenting on Monday. Okay? So that you have a meeting link. For those of you that are presenting on Tuesday, I will be sending out a link. By the end of today, I will repost the presentation time slots because some of you added those last night. Some of you are going to continue to add those maybe today. And so as I update that list, I will repost that list. All right, this concludes the video. Hopefully now you have an idea about what Zoom is, or you will once you watch the videos. Hopefully you know you've got a place that you can go and practice and play around with it a little bit. Now you've seen what Zoom looks like inside. And, just hopefully this is going to be a positive experience for all of us. I'm going to learn things. This is the first time I have done virtual presentations. So trust me, I don't have all the answers, but we'll learn together. And after those first few presentations on Monday, I'm pretty sure we're going to have figured out some other things that you need to know, and I will send those to you. For the group that's going first at 8 o'clock on Monday, please don't panic. We're just going to all do this together, and it's going to be fine. All right? So if you need anything, shoot me an email. When you get the invitation from me, I'm probably also going to include my cell phone number. Feel free to text me, okay? So that when your presentation's about to happen, if something's going wrong, you can get a message to me and I know what's happening, okay? All right, thank you for your patience as we learn together. And again, this is going to be okay.